Sara Azari, defense attorney in Los Angeles. You told me during the break, and this is so ironic, that you lived in the apartment building that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard did one floor beneath them in Los Angeles. Did you hear anything? Because the violent tirades that we're hearing about, did they exist? Did they exist to the limits that the defense in this case, Amber Heard, is saying they did?
I mean, look, this is an apartment building. It's from the 20s. Maybe it's a little more soundproof, but again, none of the neighbors in my building had ever heard anything from Depp's units. They were combined units. Not only that, but there are a lot of witnesses that I expect will be testifying that have been deposed that work in this building that were able to say that on the day that Amber Heard alleges she was bruised up following a fight with Depp, that in fact they saw no bruises on her. So I expect, I know in fact that, for example, our concierge has testified in deposition about what she witnessed. But, you know, Jean, speaking to the fodder for the defense here that you were talking about, you know, his substance abuse is also an issue with respect to the nexus between the damages he suffered and, you know, and the defamation. So in other words, did he lose those gigs, the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Harry Potter, after this op-ed because of the op-ed, or was it because of his substance abuse, or was it because of some other reason? He's going to have to prove that. And I think that was really critical for him to testify that, in other words, he never really worked when he was under the influence of drugs, that he had these bouts of sobriety. And I thought that was really important because it is going to be an issue with respect to proving his damages.
You know, it's so true what you say, because every single bit of testimony that comes out has a point. It has a reason. It's why the question is being asked. For instance, today it was talked about how he became an actor and how he studied, and he met with Disney, and he decided he wanted a character in Pirates of the Caribbean that people of all ages could come and watch. And Sara, don't you believe that that is important foundation for then when they get to the damages, that he lost everything because of this op-ed?
100%. I mean, he has to, it's not enough for him to show that these claims of domestic violence are false. Even if he goes further and shows that he is the victim of domestic violence at the hands of Amber Heard, he has to go further and show that she published these statements or made these statements with actual malice, and that the opportunities and the money that he lost as a Hollywood actor, as that huge person that he was before these allegations came out, was as a direct result of this op-ed. The idea that he, like he said, he went from Cinderella to a monster. So he has to prove those. It's not enough.
And they have not made Pirates of the Caribbean 6. All right, more about that stunt gone wrong on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean. You're going to hear Johnny Depp tell the court about the injury that led to his opiate addiction.